Hello, I'm Logan Christopher from LostArtOfHandBalancing.com, and today I'm here with Mike Fitch.
Pleasure to see you, man.
Yeah, Mike Fitch is from Global Bodyweight Training, and he has some really awesome stuff. We just wrapped up a 2-day workshop on animal flow. You want to tell us a little bit about how you got into bodyweight exercises and how that led to the animal flow stuff?
Absolutely, yeah. I was at a point in my journey. I've been in the fitness industry for 13 years, and I was at a part of my life where I was just lifting a ton of weights and I wasn't really enjoying the way that I felt, the way that I moved. So I started finding some other disciplines. I found Lost Art of Hand Balancing. I've got into gymnastics, free running, parkour, break dancing, circus arts. I started finding all the different branches, different disciplines. Mm-hmm. And the transformation in my body and the way that I moved and the way that I felt was so astronomical, and it was such a huge impact on my life that I wanted to share it with other people. And that's when I started Global Bodyweight Training, which actually this guy helped me get started. So thanks for that, Logan.
You're welcome. I'm glad to see how successful it's become. It's
an exciting time, man.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah. So with the animal flow, like I said, we just finished up a 2-day workshop. We're going through all these different animal movements, and it's really a different spin on the animal movements. Actually, there's some literal spins in there as well that you don't see in normal animal movements. One of the things I saw with a lot of these movements is how they transfer directly towards hand balancing skills, how it could be a great way to get started with movements that builds up that foundational skill level you need in easier manner. I mean, somewhat easier. Some of these are very hard movements.
Right, you're absolutely right. The cool thing about it is, rarely do we get the opportunity to be in what we call a 4-pillar position, and that's where we have hands and feet in contact with the ground at the same time. And a lot of these transfers and movements require so much scapular and shoulder girdle stability, strength, power, mobility, flexibility that has a direct carryover into hand balancing. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of the more advanced exercises, you'll see that there literally are points where you do just hand balance. Yeah. Yep. So as we transfer through from one movement to another, or we have these what are called levitating movements where we actually do stick and stall in a hand balance as you transfer through to another movement. So it's a great prep discipline for hand balancing. And also, as most other bodyweight training disciplines, the carryover is just, it's easy. It happens automatically. So the animal flow is definitely a great plug-in to hand balance.
Yeah. So you've definitely done some specific hand balancing practice yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Obviously, where you got your start, but how do you structure your own sort of training? I know you're focusing on all these different other things. What do you typically work on these days?
Yeah, the funny thing about it, and we mentioned this in our workshop, and it's kind of like, how do you get good at hand balancing? You do hand balancing. Yeah. And it's one of those things where I'm still very much a student as much as an instructor, and I think I will be until the day I die, you know? And so hand balancing really is one of those things that if I don't keep it as part of my regular routine, then I lose the skill, or my skills become diminished. Yeah. So what I usually try to do in every single workout is I start with the most neurologically demanding exercise first, or skill building exercise. Mm-hmm. If that happens to be hand balancing, then I'll find that threshold movement or skill that I want to work towards, and that's what will start off my workout for the day. If it's something that's more based on free running or parkour, maybe flips, and maybe whatever it is.
Always high skill movements.
Right,
first.
exactly. While our neuromuscular system is nice and fresh. But the hand balancing is one of those things where, like we also talked about, there are movements like the planche and like other movements that I hope to achieve years from now. Yeah. And that's where we get to that whole idea that this really is a practice, it's a discipline, hand balancing, all these other body weight routines, kettlebells, whatever it is. It's something that we can get better at all times, but we have to keep practicing, we have to keep that flow going.
Yeah. So if you had, say, one tip for people on how they can really improve in all sorts of body weight, just learning how to move better, what would you suggest to them?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency.
Yep.
How do you get better at hand balance? You do hand balancing. How do you get better at muscle ups? You do muscle ups. How do you get better at pistol squats? You do pistol squats. Human flag, same thing. Consistency. Our bodies are amazing machines, and they will adapt to almost any given stimulus. We just have to keep that repetitive stimuli in there, or else we have no reason to adapt. So consistency.
All right, well, this once again Mike Fitch from Global Bodyweight Training. Definitely, I highly recommend you check out his Animal Flow DVD or video you can get online as well. And I understand you're going to be having a hand balancing product shortly as well.
Yes, so we're starting work on our second DVD, which is a hand balancing DVD, which is, it's cool. It's going to be, it's going to have some of the basics like in Logan's stuff, but also we're going to get into some of the B-boy stuff, so like some of the freezes. Yeah, so it'll be a mix of kind of different disciplines and how they approach hand balancing.
Once again, it's a crossover of the
got
different
it.
ones.
You got it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. You should be too. Like I said, there should be a link somewhere around this video. You can click, go to this guy's website, check out his stuff, and be sure to follow him. Facebook, website, everywhere is that. Thank you, Mike.
Cool, man. Thanks so much, Logan. See you guys.